India is set to land on the moon and Mars, so why do we pay them £100 million in aid? Britain last launched a space rocket in 1971. Yet, bafflingly, Britain continues to send £100 million a year in foreign aid to the Indian government in New Delhi. India's NASA-styled space agency ISRO is now so successful it launches satellites for the USA, and the nation boasts the 10th biggest economy on the planet. Yet, bafflingly, Britain continues to send £100 million a year in foreign aid to the government in New Delhi. India has a growing battery of 130 Indian-built nuclear warheads, and the country is expected to outstrip the UK's 215-strong nuclear deterrent in the next decade. Currently, India's nuclear budget almost exactly matches the UK's at around £5 billion. And still Britain continues to send £100 million a year in foreign aid to the government in New Delhi. The continued, if reduced, amount of aid Britain continues to send to India seems like a hangover from another age. The success of ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, has been spectacular. ISRO has landings planned for the Moon and Mars and satellite journeys to Venus, putting it shoulder to shoulder with the world's tripartite of superpowers China, USA and Russia. An Indian Mars orbiter, which traveled to the Red Planet alongside of USA counterpart, contains scientific instruments so advanced the Americans could not match them. And India's space telescope AstroSat, launched in 2015, combines the technology of two NASA scopes, Hubble and the Chandra X-ray Observatory, outperforming them both in some areas. Britain launched its last satellite Prospero in 1971, using a British rocket known as the Black Arrow. Despite pioneering research successes, the UK space program was effectively mothballed by the Tory Minister of State Frederick Cornfield in 1972 on the basis the nation could simply not afford it. ISRO's official mission statement says the agency's avowed intention is to harness space technology for national development. Reed Reimers, host at online science broadcaster SciShow, said, "The Indian Space Research Organization is on its way to becoming a leader in space exploration, and they are just getting started. When it comes to launching spacecraft, ISRO has a great track record. In February they made global headlines when a single Indian rocket launched 104 satellites. The rocket successfully put them all on the right track, one every few seconds, all while traveling at 27,000 kilometers per hour. But some politicians are amazed the UK still funds foreign aid to such a successful nation." UKIP MEP Margot Parker told Express.co.uk, "It's fantastic to see the economic and social progress of India, but at the same time this negates the reason for the UK to continue sending the country foreign aid. The only thing that now needs to be sent into outer space is Britain's Office for Foreign Aid. Instead, we need to start spending this money on needy people at home. There are many homeless and sick people in Britain who could benefit by putting our money in the right place. This is an outrageous abuse of taxpayers' money." A spokesman for the Department for Foreign Aid and International Development said aid in the traditional sense ended in 2015, but an aid package running just short of £100 million continues to be paid in a bid to foster relations. He added, "Our aid commitment increases Britain's global influence and, alongside our world-class defense and diplomacy, helps the UK to create opportunity, peace and prosperity." DFID ended traditional aid to India in 2015. The UK now provides world-leading expertise and private investment to boost prosperity, create jobs and open up markets, which is firmly in our interests. This will help lift people out of poverty and strengthen the UK-India partnership, which is increasingly important as the UK leaves the EU. We are driving value for money in aid. Helping the world's poorest while furthering UK strategic interests will only be achieved by spending 0.7% well.